Welcome back, folks. Welcome to a brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I am your host, Jay.
And this is Pocket. How are you guys doing on this great, beautiful, luscious New Year?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You know what, Jay? Let's just get right into it. I think it's got something good today.
Okay.
So, I know everybody talking, hey, new year, new me. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. So this is what my resolution is. Well, you know what? This year I did something different. No resolution. I'm doing a checklist because you can hold yourself more accountable with a checklist. If you don't get it done, you're going to force yourself to get it done because you want to see the check mark or the plus symbol. As opposed to a resolution, because, resolutions, think about it. How often do you keep a resolution?
Never.
See? Most people don't even make it a day. I can sit there and say, you know what? This year my resolution is going to be that I'm going to paint my garage purple by the end of the year just because I want to. Ravens purple.
Don't do that. Please don't.
But do you think I would do it? It's a resolution.
I know you would. That I know you would do. Don't do it.
Okay. Well, maybe that one I would. But regardless, resolution, it kind of sets yourself up for failure.
So what do you suggest they do then?
Make a checklist. And give yourself benchmarks. You have, like you do in work, you got a quarterly review.
Yep.
And then at the end of the year, you can go back when it gets to that last quarter, you go back and look at your checklist, like how much did I get done? Oh man, I didn't do this, or I didn't lose the 5 pounds or 10 pounds or whatever I wanted to, or I didn't, stop.
Well, let's preface it by saying this. Set reasonable, realistic goals as far as checklists. Don't set anything unobtainable that you're not going to, that you're not going to reach.
Like, still make a stretch goal.
Yes.
Make a stretch goal. Like, when you put something on there that if you bust your butt, you can get that. Because guess what? And when it comes down to it, you're going to reward yourself and whoever else helped you get that goal, whatever it may be, your stretch goal. But at the same time, don't do a resolution. Please, people, stop doing resolution. And please stop saying new year, new me. It don't happen. I still see you. You're the same person. Well, I said that sweatshirt looks pretty good, though.
Thank you. Salute to the home teams. Suns and the Cardinals got to do it. And yeah, as far as the new year, there's going to be new expectations. That's just reasonable. So it's expected. But my thing about it is set yourself up for failure before you set yourself up for set yourself up for success before you set yourself up for failure.
Oh man, you almost had me there.
Whoa.
Set yourself up for failure. I was like, wait a minute. That is not what I'm saying, folks.
Still in the holiday. That's definitely not what I'm saying. Make sure that you set yourself up for success rather than failure, because at the end of the day, the way that everything is set up, especially coming out this pandemic, you don't know what's around the corner now.
That's right. And then also, you know what, people, let's give you an idea of the goals we set for ourselves. Like, for instance, we said this year we're going to start a podcast. What? We were going to do it, November? Holidays came.
Actually, we were going to do it sooner than that. We were going to do it.
You're right.
We were going to start it in October.
Yeah, we were. Then things happened. And then we realized we were going to do it in November. Then December. We ended up the end of December, said, hey, you know what? New year, new us. This is, I said it, didn't I?
You did. You did.
But I can say that because we're the host.
No.
But no.
New year, new beginnings, Pocket. Come on now.
22-2 is with you. What you going to do? But you know what? Seriously, folks, we set our goals to do this because we had a lot of stuff we wanted to talk about. There's a lot of things we wanted to bring to the table. And then also with his background, entertainment, my background being, as we all know, growing up around entertainment, growing up just in the public eye, so to speak, especially coming from Baltimore, being a big city, the eye that we grew up under. So, being that way, we felt we could use a platform to talk, to discuss, to even debate. Everybody loves a good debate, but do it in a friendly manner and show people that regardless, respectful. There you go. Showing people how to be respectful to each other. Because I see that a lot. I see you keyboard gangsters. Come on now. Y'all just get over it. Get over yourself.
Pocket's my brother. I don't like everything that he says, does, or wear, especially that shirt. And we could debate all we want to, but there's a love there's a brotherly love there that we know. Hey, look, I respect you in what you're saying. I respect you with what you're doing, but hey, I disagree with you in this. So this year, going into a new year, let's stop all the hate. You can disagree with somebody, but stop all the backlash that comes with that.
Or if you're going to do the backlash, do it respectfully. And what I mean by that is, you know what? I agree with you. I don't agree with you, and these are the reasons why. Instead of saying you ain't saying nothing, I don't want to listen to you. You ain't got nothing I want to hear. Because guess what? That's not going to do anything. All you're going to do is create. You're going to have this bubble that's going to keep growing and keep growing to the point where you're going to hate each other so much, and then you're going to forget why you hate each other.
You know what, Pocket? I used to have a saying that said, "A closed mouth don't get fed."
That ain't your saying.
But I still say it though.
I mean, everybody says it.
I still say it though. I got a new one. A closed ear won't be heard.
A closed ear, need to take the cotton ball out. I mean, that's what I think.
I'm just saying though, like on some real stuff though, like a closed ear won't be heard because if you aren't willing to listen and hear anybody else, if you come across me, I'm definitely not going to be willing to listen to you. So that's just going to nip that in the bud. Everybody be respectful to everybody this year. Let's stop all the hate this year. Let's stop all the persecution. Let's start trying to love more. Try to be more understanding. Try to hear and be in that other person's shoes just for a moment to understand where that person's coming from.
You know, and when you say that, what another thing people got to understand is, I'm going to go here because it just came on to me. I don't know where it came from. God gave us
2 ears, 1 mouth
for a reason. Didn't give us 2 mouths because I'll be darned. I mean, can you imagine all that talking?
Oh, did I say 2 mouths? I meant 2 ears, 1 mouth.
So you got to think, you know, we gave us that for a reason, but we don't use them the correct way. We never do. Because when we're talking to somebody, it's not even talking with them. You're talking at them. You're talking at somebody. You. Well, you know what? Also, the other thing is when I'm pointing at you,
I got 3 more being pointed
back at me. So instead of me doing that, why not have my hands raised and listen to what you have to say?
You know what got me through last year, Pocket? I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Fireball?
That definitely. And Hennessy, you need me. Hey, you need to send me a check. Hennessy, I'm waiting. Anyway, made me almost lose my train of thought just for that moment. But no, at the end of the day, I'm glad that you mentioned that because at the end of the day, when I had to look at it when I'm pointing my finger at somebody and, okay, what did I do in this situation to cause this reaction or cause this, that, and everything else? You might have had nothing to do with it. It might have not been your fault whatsoever. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you did something, a reaction. A simple reaction can cause a person to go left and make the situation worse than what it is. So at the end of the day, before everybody starts going ham, well, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. What did I do? What did I do? Just take a moment and
then you got to look at it. You know what? The guy you say that because you got to look at it as, did I cause you?
Correct.
Or did you organically do this yourself? And then you did that to get a response, to gather a response from me. And you know what? When we talk about that, because you look at the pandemic, it did hell on a lot of relationships, a lot of couples. It did hell to them. None of them didn't even make it 3 months in. I mean, there was a news story, and I laugh about this, and it's serious. And I'm gonna try and talk about it without laughing.
Please don't laugh.
But out here in Arizona, there was this elderly couple. And they made a pact. And when I say pact, I can't say what kind of pact. Just put it to your mind. A pact about one before the other. Well, the wife went through with the pact. The husband decided, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, about that.
So yeah, let's think about that. Matter of fact, when we come back, we'll go back a little bit more. We got some things to take care of.
Hey, you. Me? Yes, you. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Hell GLM Designs can help you with just that. Word? From laptop skins,
You lying?
promotional flyers,
Yo, son!
promo videos,
I need that.
OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds,
Hey, yo, let me get that.
professional one sheets, and so much more.
Oh my God.
Please visit our
I'm on it
website,
right now.
GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs.
Got it.
Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World.
Follow it.
GLM Designs. Introducing recording artist J Dub the King. Streaming right now on all digital platforms are his singles Pop That, Straight Up, and Running Back. Make sure you follow him on all social media platforms at J Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And follow on Twitter at JDubTheKing01. For bookings, email bookings4JDubTheKing@gmail.com.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse.
And we are back with a brand new episode of PD&J Was Good Today. Again, I am your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. And, we were talking about stop saying new year, new me, and stop using resolutions and do a checklist. And then, we're going into issues, just not even issues, but understanding situations. Because, I guess what we're going to before break, we saw a lot of couples that did not make it through the pandemic. They were at each other's throats. And I'm sitting there like, man, me and my wife are nothing like this. What's going on with y'all? Like, do y'all really know each other? You sleep together, you wake up together, you supposedly eat together, but the fact that you're both working from home, you can't coexist? I mean, come on, folks.
Now, I don't know about you, but how hard was it for you in the pandemic? And even though I can't talk like we're out of it because we're still in it, but how has it been?
You know what? It helped me grow. Those of you that don't know, there's a lot of people that don't. I lost my mother during the pandemic. She was not a victim of COVID. And it's bad that you got to say that nowadays. And that's a whole nother thing we'll talk about probably on Out of Pocket. But she died of natural causes. And the fact that I can say that with my chest, that was that was my number one. If you knew me, I would always talk about my mom and things like that. So losing her was hard. But I think having the pandemic, having me work from home, I really never had the opportunity to cope. I really didn't. Think about it. No, you think about it. I didn't cope. Now, the only thing you saw, I withdrew from my friends a lot, and Jay can attest to that. I would sit there. I didn't celebrate my birthday. I tried not to this year.
Here's the thing about that. Yeah, he backed out, but I'm his brother. He can't back away from me. That's just not gonna happen.
And then saying that, and so I never dealt with it. Now this year, a year later, it was during the summer last year, and a year later, still contact, with my sisters and brothers. We have a chat that we go through every holiday. Hey, how you doing? Even when when she passed, we checked on each other. We checked on each other periodically. And the greatest thing, my sister, one of my older sisters, Victoria, is coming out here next month. I'm more than excited. She's staying with us at my house, and I am more than excited. Can you see how excited I am? Can you really see that? And there's a reason behind that. I'm not gonna. It's a family matter, but it's a reason behind that I'm so excited that we're actually getting to spend time. It's our first time together since Mama's gone, and then of course we're gonna take time to go back to visit and spend time with my other brothers and my other sister. But this is just things during the pandemic that I honestly just get back to it. I never really coped. And the pandemic I never really looked at the pandemic as that because I was working from home.
I'm glad that you mentioned that, Pocket, as far as not being able to cope, because one of the things that's on my checklist of this year is to make sure that I am my brother's keeper. And even if I don't know you personally, I'm still my brother's keeper. When it comes down to certain situations, Pocket will tell you we're big on mental health, and we're big on being healthy, and we're big on making sure that everybody is right. So that being said, how are you doing, my brother?
You know what? I'm doing great. You know, my family's good. I got my daughter, Jasmine, who's in Junior Honor Society, which is huge. If those of you don't know, because that leads to brighter things. She's got a bright future. Both of my kids have bright futures. Just she's ahead of PJ, obviously by a couple years. PJ's the Lego king. I think it takes him a day and a half to do 1,000 Lego thing. I'm like, what the world, kid? We buy him Legos on Christmas, and a day and a half later, he's done. Now, there's one he's having struggles with, but I mean, come on, man, give us a break, slow down. But, you know, other than that, you know, and then coming back to you, because obviously you dealt with some, you know, family death as well, you know, around the same time, around Christmas last year. Yeah. So, you know, it goes back to what we say. Like he said, his checklist, not a resolution, a checklist.
Because when you put everything in perspective, you're not meant to be here forever.
Like they say, you're here for be here for a good time.
You're here for a season.
Oh, don't. Let's not go there.
You're here for a season. Oh, I went there.
We're not going there.
We went.
I can go down that road and not come back.
Hey, look. After the experiences of what I've seen, what I've been through, and even certain family members have gone through, I have to now say there's a season and a reason why I'm here. Now, I want to believe that my reason is being fulfilled. And if that reason is being fulfilled, definitely show your love by hitting that like and subscribe button right there. Right there. Hit that subscribe button, show us your love, we'll show your love back. But we're all here for a reason. We're all here for a season. We're not meant here to be forever. So make your footprints in the sand. Make them last. And make them impactful, especially on the loved ones that you're with.
You know, you mentioned that, and everybody, I'm quite sure, biblical or not, has heard the footprint prayer. Footprint. Oh my God, can I say it?
Can you talk?
The footprint prayer. Whew. And you know, it's one of the last things that people consider. And you know, and if you don't know what it is, I'm going to tell you here in a minute. I'm going to tell you. I usually have it readily available. One night I had a dream. I dreamed I was walking along the beach with the Lord. Across the sky flashed scenes from my life. For each scene, I noticed two sets of footprints in the sand. One belonged to me and the other to the Lord. When the last scene of my life flashed before us, I looked back at the footprints in the sand. I noticed that many times along the path of my life, there was only one set of footprints. I also noticed that it happened at the very lowest and saddest time in my life. This really bothered me, and I questioned the Lord about it. Lord, you said that once I decided to follow you, you would walk with me all the way. But I've noticed that during the most troublesome times of my life, there's only one set of footprints. Don't understand why in times when I needed you the most, you should leave me. The Lord replied, my precious, precious child, I love you when I would never leave you during your times of trial and suffering. When you saw only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. So when you talk about footprints, that's what comes to mind. Think about it. You're never alone. No matter what journey you go to in life, you're never alone. But also, you want to make sure that, as we said, be kind to each other. Love each other. And if I'm going to go somewhere, I'd say love God as he loved us. I mean, come on now. That's the only thing we preach about is love.
Now, with all due, we're not being
religious. We're not being religious.
We're just speaking facts.
We're being human beings.
Now, this year, make sure if you don't have this on your checklist, put it on your checklist to be kind to one another, to help somebody out. Not just one time a year, but throughout the whole year. Throughout the whole year. Love one another. Be kind to one another.
You know what's funny? You say that, and my wife can attest to this. And if you ever see me in public, and if I don't do this, you hold me accountable. everywhere since New Year's, I come out ending in conversation and speaking to somebody, you know what? You have a happy new year. And you know, they're so elated to hear that. And they get, you can hear the tone in their voice change. You know what? You have one too. Oh my gosh, you have one too. Because think about it. We're all came through this pandemic together. No, we're not in the same house. We don't know what's going on in your house, but saying Happy New Year, say have a nice day, saying that can set the tone.
Just speaking in general.
And you know what? That was on my checklist. Just saying that. I want to make sure that whatever you think of, the last impression that I leave with you, you have a happy new year. You have a great day.
Now, from us at PD&J Media Productions, producing PD&J was good today. From us to you, we want to say Happy New Year, and may your year be blessed and prosperous this year.
And make sure you do your checklist with love.
Till the next episode, we'll see